Gurubhyo Namah. Shubhodaya. A very warm welcome to yet another weekend sessions under our Weekend with Wisdom banner. Let me begin with a small prayer. Vakratunda Mahakaya Koti Surya Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Sarvamangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trayambake Gauri Narayani Namostute Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya Shri Dakshina Murtaye Namaha Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Bharati Karuna Patram Bharati Padabhushanam Bharati Padamarudham Bharati Tirthamashraye Vidya Vinaya Sampannam Vitaragam Vivekinam Vande Vedanta Tattvagyam Vidhushekara Bharati Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hare Om. A very warm welcome to everyone to today's session. So today we have a very special guest with us, a very young Vidwan, Sri Manikanta Somayaji Terala, who is joining us from Hyderabad, and he will be speaking on a very interesting topic, glory of Lalitha Trishati. See, Lalitha Trishati is basically 300 names of Mahadevi, Lalitha Mahatripura Sundari, one of the very well-known Devis who is worshipped across India. And we have the famous Lalita Sahasranama. But today's session will focus on a different text, Mantra Shastra, a Guhya Shastra called Lalitha Trishati, the 300 names which was given which has come from Sri Hayagriva, who was Mahavishnu himself and who revealed it as a upadesa to Agastya Maharshi. Before going further, just a brief introduction to the speaker. Sri Manikanta Somayaji started learning Smarta Vidya from the age of 8 from his grandfather, Sri Mutya Prabhakara Sharma, who was a Shodasha Karma Adhikari and who is a scholar in teaching Arsha Dharma Sutras. So Sri Manikantaji has also studied Vaidika Shakta Agama and is well versed in the teachings of Jagat Guru Shankaracharya. He belongs to the parampara of Sri Kanchi Kamakoti Peetam and has delivered many pravachanams on Divine Mother in Telugu. Some of his pravachanams include Sri Varahi Vaibhavam, Sri Rajashamala Vaibhavam, Sri Mahakali Sampoorna Tattvam, Sri Ganapati Atharva Shirsha Vaibhavam, Sri Ganapati Sahasranama Vaibhavam. We are very fortunate to have you with us, Manikantaji. We are looking forward to your session, and I'm glad that though you usually do Telugu pravachanams, you have agreed to do an English pravachanam for the sake of our audience, which are spread across the country and at the world. So we will look forward to it. Thank you again. Please go ahead and start your session. You need to unmute yourself.
Om Vande Gurupadadvandvam Avang Manasagocharam Rakta Sukla Prabhamishram Atarkyam Traipuram Ahaha Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrusan Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadguruntan Namami Asmat Sri Guru Divya Charana Ravindabhyan Namaha Shrutisprati Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Lokashankaram Sri Shankaracharya Bhagavatpada Divya Charanaravindaabhyan Namaha. Sarvopaplavarahitah Prajnanaghanah Pratyagardho Brahmaivahamasmi Sri Vidyam Paripurnamerushikare Bindutrikone Stitam Vagishadi Samasta Bhuta Janani Manche Shivakarike Kamakshim Karunarasaranavamayim Kameshvarangastitam Kansyan Chinmayim Kamakotilayam Sri Brahmavidyam Bhaje Bande Gajendravadaram Vamankarudha Vallabhaslishtam Kunkuma Paragashonam Kuvalayani Jarakorakapidam Sri Kamakshi Paradevataye Namaha Sri Vallabha Mahaganadhipati Divya Charanaravindaabhyan Namaha Naguroradhikam Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. A very good morning to all of the audience who are present over the media. So in this divine lecture we are going to discuss about the Vaibhava of Sri Lalita Mahatripura Sundari completely. So by the Shankara Bhagavat Padacharya we have 6 Upasana Margas, which is Saiva, Saura, Shakta, Ganapatya, Vishnu and the Subramanya Upasanas. Coming to the Saiva Upasana is the Upasana of Lord Shiva, the Ishvara Tattva Upasana, which is used to know the Jiva Brahmaikya Sthiti by doing the Upasana of Lord Shiva. In that Ishvara Tattva Upasana, we have 3 types of Murtis completely, which is Yoga Murti, Bhoga Murti and Ugra Murti. So these 3 Murtis have different tattvas from the Avirbhava of their Rupas. Even though they have different type of tattvas, they will take us to the state of Tattvamasi. So Aham Devi Nachanyosmi. In that way, that Soham Bhavena Pujayet. We have a word, and that saying was there in the Shastra, so that it will take us to the way Sohamasmi. So that state will be attained by the Upasana of Lord Shiva. And that Yoga Murti, one of the Yoga Murti which is very famous is Lord Dakshina Murti. So if you watch in the Chidambaram, then Dakshina Murti, Ruttavasane Natarajarajaha, we have a very Pramana Stotra in the Varna. How did the Varnas, all the in the Varnamala, all these Varnas, how it has been occurred. So Nruttavasane Natarajarajaha. So whenever Lord Shiva has doing the Nritya, there is the Damaruka has been whenever he is playing that Damaruka, it has been noticed by the Rishis, by the Panini Maharshi and the Agastya Maharshi in the 14 different ways. So those sutras has been come through all the Varnas, and that Varnas is nothing but the Rupa of Sri Dakshina Murti. So Akaradi Kshakaranta, Kshakaradi Akaranta, Matruka Varna Rupini, if you say for Lalita Mahatripura Sundari. So that Rupa, if we conclude that in a Purushatva Bhava, that Purusha Devata is Dakshina Murti, he himself gives us the Jiva Brahmaikya Jnana, and to know about the Brahma Padartha by the Upasana of Lord Dakshina Murti. Not only the yoga and also the Bhoga can also be attained by the Sri Dakshina Murti. So Sanat Kumara, Sanakasandana, Sanat Kumara, Sanat Sujatas has attained the Brahmajnana from the Lord Dakshina Murti, he himself. Whenever they are worried about their Vedantic knowledge, because of why I am using this word worried is because of they have been in complete discussion how to find the Brahmajnana. So they are completely discussing about it. So whenever the Dakshinamurti has got into Avirbhava, Dakshinamurti Swami has said only one word, Maunavyakhya Prakatita Parabrahma Rupam. So until and unless if you go on with the discussions of Vedanta, we can't find the divine tattva of Parabrahma. So that Parabrahma can be found in one's own self by the Antarmukha Samaradhya Bahirmukha Sudurlabha. So you need to go in one own self. That means Atmane Namaha, Antaratmane Namaha, Jivatmane Namaha, Jnanatmane Namaha, Paramatmane Namaha. We need to investigate the Atma Jnana in one's own self, and we need to do the Namaskara of the Dakshinamurti. And when we do the Namaskara of the Dakshinamurti, that silence, that Maunam, if you watch the great scholars or the great Vidwans, they will be mostly silent in nature. Because of, if you watch His Holiness Sri Chandrasekharendra Saraswati Mahaswaminam or Sri Bharati Tirtha Mahaswaminam or Sri Vidhushekara Bharati Mahaswaminam, इत्यादि समस्त जगद्गुरूणां मौनव्याख्येन प्रकटितः. That such type of mauna will be there in the Jagadgurus and the Mahaswamis, because of they will try to investigate one's own self by their upanyasas or by their divine rupas. So that type of yoga murti is Sri Dakshinamurti and Bhoga Rupa. So coming to the Bhoga Rupa, if you watch the Somaskanda Murti, Lord Shiva is along with Ma Parvati and along with the Subramanya and along with the Pramada Ganas and all the Ganas of Lord Shiva, and he will give Darshana as a Bhoga Murti. And there are many Bhoga Murtis like this. And like Svaranakarshana Bhairava, Ityadi Samasta Rupas are coming into the Bhoga Murti, he himself. So coming to the Ugra Rupas, if you watch the Bhairava or Veerabhadra or Sharabha, so these are the Rupas which got into Avirbhava in a very Ugra Rupas. Because of these Murtis, whenever you watch, we may feel it as a terrific Rupas. Because of Lord Ishvara, he himself has come in this Rupas to give the his grace and also to remove the pratikula shaktis. That means if you want to do any satkarma or a very good thing, there are many factors which will not allow us to do such type of things. So to remove such obstacles, these Ugra Rupas has come through take place, and also these Ugra Rupas has come for the sake of removing the pratikula shaktis in nature, not in one's own self, and also in the nature also this type of pratikula shaktis also will be there. So to remove all those factors, Lord Shri Veerabhadra, Bhairava and the Sharabashaluva, such type of murtis has been taken into Avirbhava. So that will help us to remove the Gadandhakara which is filled in the Shat Chakras. So whenever these Shat Chakras are filled with this Gadandhakara, we may not able to know about the Parabrahma Chaitanya which is there in one's own self, which is in the Atma itself. So here this Atma is using this Sharira to know about Parabrahma Chaitanya. So for this Sharira also there are many factors which will not allow to know about the Ishvara Chaitanya. That is the Pancha Jnanendriyas and the Pancha Karmendriyas will move in another factor. So in a very other way which will not allow us to know about the Ishvara Chaitanya. That type of Parabrahma Chaitanya can be known to us by doing the upasana of these Ugra Murtis. So that is coming to the Lord Shiva as Saiva Upasana, and coming to Saura, Arogyam Bhaskaradicchet. So if you want a good health, you need to do the Namaskar of Lord Surya, and also not the health which is physically, and also by the mental ability of one's own self, and also to know the Parabrahma Chaitanya by using the Upasana of Lord Surya, which is the Saura Upasana, and it is completely dependent upon the Upasana of Lord Surya. And there are many mantras in the Saura also, Saura Shastram, and going into that there are many Upanishad, Aruna Upanishad, Arunam, and many of the Shastra Sambandita, most of the Upasana Margas are there in the Saura Marga also. Coming to the Ganapatya. Ganapatya is completely the Upasana Tattva of Sri Lord Mahaganapati and the divine forms of Mahaganapati. There are 7 crores of Murtis in the Ganapati, which is known to us, and also there are many other Murtis also compared with the 7 crores. Where can we find that 7 crores Murtis is in the Lalithopakyanam, in the Brahmanda Purana itself. The Hayagriva Maharshi will give the divine names of all these Murtis to Agastya Maharshi. So Agastya Maharshi, whenever he is very much worried about this Kali Yuga and the humans in this Kali Yuga, Lord Hayagriva has been taken place, and from the Hayagriva he got to know about the Ganapati in the Lalita Sahasranamam itself. So we will discuss that in the Shakta Sampradaya in the coming few hours. So that Ganapati Upasana is completely about Sri Lord Mahaganapati. Coming to Vishnu Upasana, it is completely the Upasana of Sri Lord Mahavishnu to get the liberation in a very blissed manner. Why I am using the word blissed is, we all of us know mostly the Prahlada, whenever he is doing the Upasana of Lord Vishnu, he faced many troubles. We all have a question that whenever we are doing the Aradhana of any of the god or the goddess, why we are facing these troubles? If you watch the Bhagavata or any other Purana, even Devatas are also facing the troubles from the Rakshasas. That means the opposite nature of they themselves. So why there are these many troubles, even though we are making the Upasana in such a way where we are going to, where we are moving in a state of Aham Devi Nachanyosmi. Before, as we have said, there is no other one compared with the Vishnu he himself to the Prahlada. Here the reason is, even though we made the Upasana or any Bhakti Marga, that Nischala Bhakti is to be granted by the Lord he himself. Whenever that Nischala Bhakti is present, that Chanchalatva Bhava has been smashed away, then the Lord he himself will give the Sakshatkara as an Atma Sakshatkara in one's own self. So that's why even Prahlada has faced such many troubles by the Hiranyakashipu in a tamasic way. So Lord Vishnu had taken the Rupa in that Tattva only to remove the Rakshasatva Bhava and also to do the Jagat Uddharana. That means for the Lokakshemartham, Nrsimhavatara has taken place and Lord Hiranyakashipu Vada has been done. So there are many such Pramana Shastras are there in our Upanishads and also as well as in our Puranas also. So such type of Nischala Bhakti and the liberation towards the Jiva Brahmaikya Bhava can be attained by the Upasana of Lord Sri Vishnu. And coming to the Subramanya Upasana, in the Dakshinapada, there is mostly complete Upasana of Sri Lord Subramanya very much. If you watch the Lord Subramanya also, there are many places like Skandagiri, Tiruttani, and most of the places where the Subramanya had taken the Avirbhava on the hills itself. Because of Lord Subramanya is the Sarpa Rupa Kundalini Shakti. We all know that the Kundalini is the Sarpa Rupa, and which is a snake. Like that type of Kundalini which is present in our Shat Chakras need to go from the Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddha, Agnya. So until the Agnya Chakra, this Sarparupa Shakti need to move from each and every chakra in a proper way. That can be attained by the Upasana of Lord Sri Subramanya. So that will take us to in a liberation where the Jiva Brahmaikya Jnana. So the Shankara Bhagavat Pada Shankara Bhagavatpada given us these 6 margas of upasana, where if we find like each of the person will have one's own state of abhiruchi, we call that as taste. So if I love to eat mango, one may would like to eat banana. So such type of differentiation will be there. If I would like to eat rice, someone may be very much fond to eat chapati or something. So in that same way, that is a very little example, but I am not giving here the complete example because of the upasana marga cannot be compared with the food or anything, because of if whenever you ask me how will the sugar taste us, it may be tasting us in a way which is sweet, that much that is the word which we use. Compared with that, how much sweet it is very much sweet, I can say, but I can't say the complete taste of the sugar to you until and unless if we taste the sugar, we can't know about the taste of that sugar. So in the same way, each of this upasana marga, whenever we go into that upasana and whenever we do the upasana of that mantra adhisthana devatas, so that Chaitanya will be completely attained by one own self, and each and every part of the body, not only the body, even the Shat Chakras and also Pancha Jnanendriyas and also the Pancha Jnanendriyas and even the Sharira and everything will become as a Brahmi Bhutam. That means completely the Paradevata Rupam. That means here the Subramanya Rupam. So such type of Upasana Saraswata is there in the Subramanya Upasana, and also in the Vishnu Upasana, in the Ganapatya Upasana and Shaura Upasana and Shaiva Upasana. Here we are going to learn about, here we are going to discuss about the Shakteya Upasana. Shakteya Upasana is completely dependent upon the Srividya. So most of the people may think that Srividya is Trividya. Some people are, most of the people are commenting nowadays on the Srividya because of they don't know the actual meaning of Sri. If you watch the Suktas, if you just go into the Veda, we know the Sri Sukta. So here we are using the Sri and also Sri Vidya. Here also we are using the Sri and also Sri Chakra. Sri is the word which is used before all these terminologies. So here what does this Sri tells us is the complete Vedas or the Vedantas is going to tell us about only one thing, that is the Vidya. So that Vidya is covered with avidya in one's own self. So to remove that avidya, we need to do the upasana of Vidya to know about Sri. So that is the Sri Vidya which we are all doing the upasana nowadays. So this is completely the Bhakti Marga. Not only the upasana marga, it is a Bhakti Marga completely. Why I am using this term Bhakti Marga is, there is no one, I think there is no capability of a person to stay in the upasana marga because of Lalita Mahatripura Sundari. Herself will stay in the Kalpavrukshas, and if I ask you to bring a Kalpavruksha, or if you ask me to bring a Kalpavruksha, I can't bring that. So Sriman Manikya Padake Namaha, we all know the Panchopachara Puja, Shodashopachara Puja. But for the Lalita Mahatripura Sundari, there is a Chatushashupachara Puja. So to do that, I think it's very difficult to Srimad Kameshwaranka Paryanka Upaveshanankalpayam Namaha. There is a word in such a way, where can we find the Kameshwara, he himself, and where can we bring him, is a question which is raised in each of us. So to know about the Kameshwari Tattva or the Kameshwara Tattva or Kama Kameshwara Tattva, there is only one thing which we can do is the Bhava. Bhavana Matra Santushtaye Namo Namaha. So by the Bhavana itself, we can find the Lalita Mahatripura Sundari only. We can find the Lalita Mahatripura Sundari by the Bhava only. So such type of Bhava has been explained to us by the Bhavanopanishad. So Navachakra Rupam Sri Chakram, there are 9 chakras in the Sri Chakra, and each of the chakra has its own parivara devatas, and till we go to the 8th avarana, Vajreshwari, Kameshwari, Bhagamalini. Kameshwari, Vajreshwari, Bhagamalini Shaktis, and after that, Bindu Pitagata, Nirvesesha Pithasthita Srimat Mahakameshwaram Kalnaya, Sri Mahakameshwari, Brahmavidya, Sri Lalita Mahatripura Sundari, Parabhattarika is present in the Bindu Pitha Chakra. So, Sri Chakram Shivayor Vapuhu. So, in the Sri Chakra also, Lord Shiva and Shakti, both are in the Samarasya Bhava. Shiva Shaktya Yukto. We all know this popular shloka from the Saundarya Lahari, and Shiva is along with the Shakti, and the Shakti is along with the Shiva. So these chakras also are, some of the chakras are in the Shiva chakras and also the Shakti chakras, and mostly the Karana is the Sri chakra. For this whole Srishti, the Karana is the Chit Shakti herself, and it gives the complete knowledge about the whole Srishti, and also in the Shat chakras, and also in the Atma, and that Atma which is going to be in a Paramatma Chaitanya, how it need to be traveled in such a way without any obstacles whenever one is doing the Upasana of the Srividya. So, Navachakra Rupam, Sri Chakram. These 9 chakras are present in our body itself, and we will discuss about that coming in the Trishati Vaibhavam and in the Namas of Sri Lalitha Trishati. And here, where does the Srividya got into Avirbhava? So, we all know that Dasamahavidyas. In the Dasamahavidya, we have Kali, Tara, Tripura Sundari, Bhuvaneshwari, Tripura Bhairavi, Chinnamasta, Dhumavati, Bagalamukhi, Matangi, Kamalatmika. We all have these 10 Mahavidyas, and this in 10 Mahavidyas, in most of the states and in the most of the places, these 9 Upasanas are very much popular. But coming to the Srividya, it has been completely taken place whole over the parts of the country, even though mostly it has been done in the Upasana in the Dakshina Padha. So this Srividya is the 3rd Upasana of Tripura Sundari. That means the Saundarya Upasana. Saundarya Upasana is Srividya, which is the Upasana of Sri Lalita Mahatripura Sundari. This Saundarya Upasana, what is the Saundarya? If you ask me a question, Lokatita Lavanya Upasana is Lalita Upasana. That means the world is such a beauty. Like if you watch the whole world, this creation is such a beautiness. You know, like if you watch the each and everything in this whole universe, we'll be amazed, and also we'll get a question that how this had been come into the creation. So this creation itself is a beauty, and this creation, which is a beauty, and also this type of creation is done by the Lalita Mahatripura Sundari, and to do the Upasana of that Sundari is nothing but the Tripura Sundari Upasana, which is Srividya. So that is completely the Upasana of Srividya, that is have been come from the Dasamahavidya. So why we are calling this as Mahavidya? Maha means that Brahmavidya. Mahavidya is nothing but the Brahmavidya itself. Mahat Shabda gives us the jnana about the Parabrahma, and also to do that Pratishtha of Brahmavidya, that means the Srividya, Shankara Bhagavatpada has taken the 3rd Upasana Marga of Sri Lalita Mahatripura Sundari, which is Srividya, and done the Sri Chakra Pratishtha in most of the places, and also done the Sri Chakra Pratishtha and gave the knowledge about the Vaidika Shaktagama to the Amnaya Pithas, and also wherever the Shakti is highly in a very high manner, he brought that whole Shakti into the Navavaranas and done the Pratishtha of Sri Chakra in each and every places of where Bhagavat Padacharya went on. So here Bhagavat Padacharya has taken this Srividya as his main upasana and done the pratishtha of Sri Lalita Mahatripura Sundari in most of the places. So Upanishad Paramardha Vidya is Sri Vidya only, because of if you take any of the Upanishad, it can be Anvaya to the Sri Vidya, because of Sri Vidya is the upasana where you we will be able to know about yatrasti bhogo nahi tatra moksha, yatrasti moksho nahi tatra bhogaha, Sri Sundari sadhaka sevaka pungavanam bhogascha mokshascha karatra eva. That means it tells us that some of the devatas can give only the liberation, some of the devatas can give only the saubhagya or the laukika sukhas, but whenever the upasana of Mahatripura Sundari is done, Lalita Mahatripura Sundari herself can give us the bhoga mokshas at a time. So for the people who do the upasana of Mahatripura Sundari, that means if they were able to do the namaskara of Chit Shakti, that means we need will there be any reason to do the upasana of Sri Mahatripura Sundari itself? If you ask me, not only the Mahatripura Sundari, if you do a namaskara to Durga or Lakshmi or Saraswati or Gayatri or Radha or any of the, or Sharadamba or any of the devatas, that is nothing but we are in the bhakti with the devata, which is the Sundari he herself. Because of Prema Rupa Priyankari, if I use the terminology, Prema Rupa Priyankari is the Radha Devi herself. Radha Devi herself is the Prema Rupa, and Gayatri Vyahriti Sandhya is Gayatri Devi, and Lakshmi, if we use the word of Lakshmi, the Mahatripura Sundari is Sarva Samrajyashalini. Sarva Samrajyashalini is the Sri Lakshmi itself, and Saraswati, Gayatri Vyahriti Sandhya Dvijavrunda Nishevita, Saraswati Shastramayi. So that Shastramayi is the Saraswati herself. So if you ask me, Durga, Chandamundasura Nishudini, that is the Durga herself. So if you do the namaskara to any of the devatas, whichever we have stated over here, that is the bhakti on the Mahatripura Sundari herself. So here whatever we discussed about the 5 devatas, those are the Prakriti devatas. Prakritistvancha sarvasya jagatraya vibhavini Kalaratrir Maharatrir Moharatrischa Daruna. We can find this in the Ratri Sukta of Devi Mahatmya in the Chandi Saptashati. So in the Chandi Saptashati, Lord Brahma had done the darshana of Sri Mahatripura Sundari's darkness. That means the Kali Tattva. So he had done the darshana of Sri Mahakali, and he praised Goddess Mahakali in such a way that Prakritistvancha Sarvasya. So that Prakriti, Kriti means to create, and also Prakrishta. So that Prakrishta creation is nothing but the Prakriti. So to understand about that Prakriti, one need to do the upasana of Mahakali. So Mahagrasa is also Mahakali. So Mahakali is also the one of the form of Sri Lalita Mahatripura Sundari herself. There is and also there is one of the Rupa in the Kalika Sundari, where you can find one Khadga, and also the Kapala, and also the Pasha and sugarcanes, what we call that as Dhanurbhanan. So Dhanurbhanan Pasham, we call that. So in such a way we can even find such type of Ayudhas in the Kalika Sundari. So that upasana is about Sri Mahakali. So that Prakriti, whatever is there, that upasana, if we do in a proper way, and to know about the Prakriti, is the Mahatripura Sundari upasana. So we all know that Atmavidya, Mahavidya, Srividya, Kamasevita. That means Atmavidya is Mahavidya, and that Mahavidya is Brahmavidya, and that Brahmavidya is Srividya, and that Srividya is saved by the Kamasevita. That means that Sri Kameshwara is doing the upasana of Sri Mahakameshwari, and also he is unable to stay without Sri Mahakameshwari herself and took her on his lap, and he is with the Samarasya Bhava to Mahakameshwari, Kamasevita. That means that Lord Kameshwara is doing the worship of Sri Mahakameshwari to create this world and also to move this world in a proper way. That is nothing but Atmavidya, Mahavidya, Srividya, Kamasevita. And also Iha and the Para, Iha Tattva and the Para Tattva can be known to us by the upasana of Srividya, and which is also a Swarupa of Mahatripura Sundari. And such type of Srividya has been explained by the Hayagriva Maharshi to Agastya Maharshi in the Lalithopakyanam. In the Lalithopakyanam, we will be able to discuss about Lord Hayagriva and the Agastya Maharshi and their Samvada between them, and what is the reason behind Lalitha Trishati, which has been come after the Lalita Sahasranama Stotra. Even though there is Lalita Sahasranama Stotra, why did Agastya Maharshi requested or fallen on the feet of divine feet of Hayagriva for the Lalita Trishati Stotram? We will be able to discuss about that in the coming few minutes. So that Srividya Swarupa can be seen by this Chaitanya Tattva in this Lalithopakyanam. This is in the Brahmanda Purana and in the Hayagriva Agastya Samvada. So in the Kashmira Saiva Siddhanta, we can see the first sutra as Chaitanya Matma. So in this whole Srishti, whatever is completely occupied is Chaitanya. That Chaitanya is nothing but the Atma Chaitanya. That Chaitanya is Sri. Sri itself is the Chaitanya. That means if we use the word Shobha, Kala, Kanti, so these all are the words which can be used in place of Sri. That Chaitanya is Sri also. Whenever this Sri is not present, or this Sri is not present, or this Kala or the Kanti is not present, what is the use of this Srishti? So this, if this Srishti want to go ahead, we all need that Sri. That Chaitanya also we all need. So that Chaitanya can be attained by the Sri Mata, that is Sri Maharagni. That Sri can be also known by the Sri Sukta. In that Sri Sukta we have Tam Padmini Meem Saranamaham Prapadye Eem. That Eem is the Chaitanya Matma. Is that Eem will be the Chaitanya of one's own self, and that Eem will take the oneself to the Parabrahma Chaitanya. Tam Padmini Meem Saranamaham Prapadya. This Eem is most of the times it is repeated in the Sri Sukta, because of Eem explains about the, it implies to the upasana of Sri Mahatripura Sundari only. So Sri Kamas Satatan Japet. So Sri Mahakameshwara will do the upasana of this Bijakshara. If you watch the Tri-kutas, in the Tri-kutas, the last in the each and every part of the Tri-kutas, that last part of the each kuta will be ending with Eem only. So that Eem is giving the Chaitanya Atma. That Chaitanya is given to the Atma, and that Atma is Mahatripura Sundari herself, and taking us to the Jiva Brahmaikya Bhava and giving us a knowledge that Aham Brahmasmi Tattvamasi Ayamatma Brahma Brahmanyaya. So Brahmanyaya Ityadi Samasta Mahavakyas. So the Mahavakyas, whatever it present, this Eem is taking us to the such a bhava and giving us completely about the Vedantic knowledge. So that Vedanta is also the Swarupa of Sri Mahatripura Sundari. So that Mahatripura Sundari is present in the Dasamahavidyas, and that Mahavidyas are said to be Siddha Vidyas. So that Siddha Vidyas are if we do the upasana of any of the Vidyas, it will completely take us to liberation and also Ihapara Saukhyas. So that is the upasana of Srividya. So coming to the Saundarya Upasana is Tripura Sundari Upasana. That Tripura Sundari has been explained as Rajarajeshwari, Panchadasakshari, Shodashakshari Swarupini, and that Shodashakshari Swarupini is Jagadamba herself, and the Jagadamba had been given the darshan of many of the rishis and also many of the jnanis in this divine Bharata Desha. And one of the great rishis, whoever is present in that marga, is Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. So Ramakrishna Paramahamsa done the upasana of these 10 Mahavidyas, and he is one of the Brahmanishta. And whenever he do the upasana of any of the devata, he used to get the darshana of that devata within the completion of that japa. So he had seen all the devatas, even though he had the upasana of Kali. Whenever he seen the Mahatripura Sundari, he was stunned by the beautiness of Sri Lalita. So he himself said that Ramanatva and the Manohara Rupa of Sri Lalita Mahatripura Sundari, he didn't get the darshana of any other goddess in such a way as Mahatripura Sundari was present. Completely the Srividya Swarupini is Lalita Mahatripura Sundari, and that Lalita Mahatripura Sundari gave her divine darshan to the Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. So that Saundarya of whole world is occupied in herself, and that Saundarya is Jagadamba herself. So that Jagadamba has done the Avirbhava in many times in this whole creation, and this whole world she came into Avirbhava many times to give the Rakshana to Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Devatas, and also the Manavas also. So to give the Rakshana of complete Rakshana of Chitshakti, Mahatripura Sundari had been taken place, and also here Agastya Maharshi had done the darshana of Lalita Mahatripura Sundari by this Lalita Sahasranama Stotra and also the Lalitha Trishati Stotra. Here that Jagadjanani who had been done the who had taken place here is Lalita Mahatripura Sundari, and here in the Lalithopakyanam, the first sloka, whatever it tells us is Astava Shreyase Nityam Vastu Vamanga Sundaram Yatastrutiyam Vidusham Turiyam Traipuram Ahaha. So Dharma Artha Kama Mokshas, whatever it is present, Dharma Artha Kama, and at the end we have is the Dharma Artha Kama Moksha. That Moksha can be explained in the term of Turiyam Brahma. The Turiya Tattva can be attained by the upasana of this Mahatripura Sundari. The upasakas, whoever do the upasana of Sri Lalita Mahatripura Sundari, can get the Moksha Tattva, and also that Brahma Varchas, we call that as Teja, and that Chaitanya can be attained by the upasana of Sri Mahatripura Sundari. That Mahatripura Sundari's Moksha Tattva, here we are speaking about Indica Moksha. Here also we have that Moksha word, which is taking us to the liberation state. Here that Moksha is Mahatripura Sundari herself. That Moksha, whatever it states, it doesn't mean that Moksha means after the death, whatever we get. It's not that Moksha. Moksha is something, whenever we do the upasana of Sri Mahatripura Sundari, we will be able to go on with our life, and also all the obstacles which are present in our life will be removed by Mahatripura Sundari. So for that time, whatever the obstacles are removed is moksha only, because of Durga Naveva Sandham Duritatchiknihi. So Durga is the Nava. That means if you want to go on with the samsara sagara, if you want to if you want to jump into the moksha tattva, or if you want to walk in the moksha tattva, who will help us is, we are completely in the samsara sagara, and this samsara sagara can be moved away by the upasana of Durga. Durga Naveva Sundham Duritatchiknihi. She is the boat, and also she will take us in her boat and reach us into the Moksha Marga in a very safe manner. So that is the Mokshatva Bhava here, whatever it is present in the Lalithopakyanam. So here Agastya Maharshi, we are going to discuss about the Agastya Maharshi. So if you want to discuss about the Mahatripura Sundari, we need to know about the Kanchipura Kshetram. So that Kanchipura Kshetram is the Mokshapuri. That means Ayodhya, Madura, Maya, Kasi, Kanchi, Avantika, Puri, Dwaravati, Chaiva, Saptayate, iti Mokshadayakaha. There is a saying in the Shastra. That means here we are discussing that Mahatripura Sundari's main place is Kanchipura Kshetram. So the Bindu Pithagata Pitha is Kamakoti Pitham. That means Kamakoti Pitha, Kamakoti is not, someone has done the Pratishtha, Kamakoti is already there. In that Kamakoti, Shankara Bhagavat Pada has come to the Kanchi Divya Kshetra and done the Pratishtha of Sri Chakra Raja Yantra. Kansyam Sri Chakra Raja Yantra Kya Stapana Dikshitaya Namaha. We can find in the Adi Shankara Ashtottara Shatramavali. So in that Ashtottara Shatramavali, we are finding that Kansyam Sri Chakra Yantra Sthapana Dikshitaya Namaha. So even the Lord Brahma has done most of his upasana in that kshetra. That's why it is said to be the Punya Koti. If you do a small japa in the Kanchipura kshetra, it gives us the result of Koti means Ananta Shakti. That means that means it doesn't explain that only 1 crore. The Ananta Koti Shakti will be given by the Mahatripura Sundari, who is present over there in the Kanchi Nagaram. Sri Kanchi Vihara Rasika. In the Mukha Panchashati, Mukha Kavi will explain us about the Sri Kanchi Nagaram and completely about that Vihara Rasika, that Mahatripura Sundari, how she is doing her Viharana in that Kanchi Kshetra. So here that Kanchi Kshetra is one of the Mokshapuri, which is said to be the Punya Koti. It gives us the Ananta Koti Shakti if we do any of the Punya Karma in the Kanchi Kshetra. And also, it is also said to be the Rudra Koti also. And in the Kamakoti Vimanam, if you watch that Suvarnamaya Kamakoti Vimanam, even the Devarshis and also the Maharshis, even the Lord Shiva, Vishnu and most of the Parivara Devatas will come to that Kamakoti Vimanam and save the Mahatripura and will do the Archana of Sri Mahatripura Sundari. We are going to know from the Kamakoti Pitha Shastras. Here that Tri-kuta Kamakotika, that Tri-kutas have been Avirbhava, have been gotten to take place in the Kanchi Kshetra itself. That Tri-kutas are there in the Kanchi only. In the Kanchi Kshetra, when we are entering into the temple, we can find the Agastya Maharshi and also the Hayagriva Maharshi, where they had done the conversation, and also there we can find that the Trishati, where it has been coming to the Avirbhava. So there the Hayagriva and the Agastya Maharshi both are present, and also the Bhairava and also Shasta is also present in that Kanchi Kshetra as the Kshetra Palakas. So in that Kanchi Kshetra, is said to be Kama Koti. That means in the Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, after the Kama, what is the other word which is there is Moksha. That Moksha is Kama Koti. For that Kama, the Antya Bhaga is the Moksha. That Moksha Bhaga is Kanchipuram itself. In that Kanchipuram, we have a Devata named Kamakshi Paradevata. That Kamakshi is nothing but Sri Lalita Mahatripura Sundari. Arunam Karunatarangitakshim Dhritabasang Kusapushpa Banajapam Animadhiviravratam Mayukhaihi Ahamityeva Vibhavayed Bhavanim. Until and unless we do the Archana of Mahatripura Sundari, we can't get into the knowledge that Aham Devi Nachanyosmi. There is no other Atma which is the Mahatripura Sundari herself is present in me, and that Chit-shakti is occupied in this whole creatures, and that Chit-shakti is present with the Mahakameshwara, which is Mahakameshwarankalaya Sri Mahakameshwari, and that Upasana of Sri Mahakameshwari is nothing but the Daharopasana. So that Daharopasana, we use the word Daharopasana here because of Antarmukha Samaradhya, Bahirmukha Sudurlabha, we already know about it. So that Daharakasha Bhava, that means Chidakasha, Daharakasha. Daharakasha is present in Atma, that Atma Jnana is infinitive. So that Atma Jnana cannot be caught by the Jiva in a very simple manner, because of that Daharakasha is very much infinite, and also it is very difficult to know about that Daharakasha. So that Daharakasha can be attained by the Upasana of Chit-shakti Sri Mahatripura Sundari. In the Kanchi Kshetra, if you watch that Kamakshi Paradevata, Pasha, Ankusha, Dhanurbhana, Pasha Ankusha, and also in one of the hands she will have the sugar cane. So Pasha Ankusha, Dhanurbhana, and also here she'll catch that sugar cane. So that sugar cane is the chihna for Amruta Rasa. So if we eat that sugar cane, it will be very sweet in taste. In the same way, whenever we do the Upasana of Mahatripura Sundari, if you watch the Kamakshi Paradevata, there is a parrot in the hand of Sri Kamakshi Paradevata. That parrot is one of the chihna to our mind, and also the Atma. Whenever the Atma is turned into the Mahatripura Sundari, that Amrutatva Rasa which is present in that sugar cane will be experienced by the sadhaka or the bhakta, and he will get into the state where Sudha Sagara Madhyastha Kamakshi Kamadayini, that Sudha Rasa will be overflowed from whole the body, and also in the Shat Chakras, and also in the whole Atma, so that he will get an Ananda which is a Rasanubhuti, Ananda Rasanubhuti, which is the Chidanandam, what we call or the Brahmanandam. That Brahmananda Sthiti is attained by the Mahatripura Sundari. So how can we find this Mahatripura Sundari? By the only this Upasana Marga can we find, or else how can we find her? So if you ask me that question, I can say you that not only me, even the Upasana Saraswata, what it says is, even with the Bhakti only we can be able to find the Mahatripura Sundari. Whenever Bhakti is present, we can find not only Mahatripura Sundari, and also the Atma Chaitanya Bhava in one's own self, and also the Amrutatva Rasa in one's own Atma. So in that way, Sri Mahatripura Sundari is present in the Kanchi Nagaram. So in that Kanchi Nagaram, this Mahatripura Sundari is present. So Agastya Maharshi went on to the Kanchi Nagaram and also done the tapas of and also done the dhyana of Sri Mahatripura Sundari. So Agastya, we are just now going to enter into Lalithopakyanam, and here we are going to discuss about Agastya Maharshi, how he went to Kanchi Kshetra. So Agastya Maharshi is a Devarshi and also Vedanga Paragaha. So he know about the Sarva Siddhantas and also he know about the Veda and also the Vedanta Tattva, and also he is every time with the Brahmanubhuti only. So whenever we do the upasana or whenever one do the upasana of Sri Mahatripura Sundari, they will become the Mahatripura Sundari itself. So let me say, if you take a magnet and put some any other material which is attracting to it, so that also behaves like a magnet. So in the same way, whenever one do the upasana of Sri Mahatripura Sundari or any of the devata, they will become that devata's Chaitanya. So that Chaitanya Bhava is always there in the Agastya Maharshi, and Agastya Maharshi along with Lopamudra Devi, he is traveling the whole Punya Kshetras, and he wanted to go for the Kanchi Kshetra. Even though he is in the Brahmanubhuti, why he is traveling to the Punya Kshetras? We may have the question. Here, Agastya Maharshi is the one who had done the upasana in a very high manner. Even though, why he is going to the Punya Kshetras? If we are the Manavas, if we are going to the any Punya Kshetra, the reason behind where we go is to remove all our sins, all the papas, and to get the Punya Phalas. We will go to the Kshetras. So whenever the Maharshis are going to the Punya Kshetras, they are going to clean the papas of us and to get the Punyatva Bhava of the Punyatva Bhava of the humans, whoever we go, and also to give us the fruits of the Kamidardhas, what we pray for that devatas in the Punya Kshetras. So in that way, whenever this Agastya Maharshi went to the Kanchi Kshetram along with the Lopamudra Devi, he wanted to he wanted to do the upasana of Mahatripura Sundari over there. Even though Mahatripura Sundari was present before, he was unable to know about Mahatripura Sundari. So to know about the Lalita Mahatripura Sundari, he wanted to go for the Kanchi Kshetra. In that Kanchi Kshetra, whenever he had done the Padasparsha, that has been become as a Tirtha. So that Tirtha Kshetra, whenever it is present, if you go and do the Namaskara in that Kshetra, that Rishi's Anugraham will be there on us in a Paroksha Marga. So whenever Agastya Maharshi went on to Kanchi Kshetra, there he got into a Divya Jnana that coming Yuga is the Kali Yuga. In that Kali Yuga, most of the humans will be completely in the Laukika Ananda, not in the Alaukika Ananda, and also these there is a chance where most of the people won't be able to know about the Veda and Vedanta, and also everything will be in a kalmasha. That means everything is disturbed manner, and also the upasana also completely in the Laukika Marga only. So Rishis has done the Divya Darshana in such a time where nothing is present, and by their Divya Drishti of Agastya Maharshi and Lopamudra Devi, they had got to know that the Kali Yuga will be in a very disturbed manner, so that the whole humans may not be knowing about the Mahatripura Sundari. So whenever this Mahatripura Sundari is unable to know about whenever these humans are not able to know about the Mahatripura Sundari or this Jiva Brahmaikya Jnana, they may not be able to liberate by oneself. As Shankara Bhagavatpada said to us, Jantuna Manushya Janma Durlabham. So Manushya Janma is completely difficult in whole the Janmas. So that Janma is to be utilized for the Vedanta Jnana or the Upasana Marga or the Bhakti Marga only. So nowadays, if you watch the whole world, it is completely moving around the Laukika Bhava only. So the Rishis had done this darshan before previously itself. So Agastya Maharshi is very much worried about this situation, and also he is very worried along with the Lopamudra Devi. So if you watch the Mahatmas, they won't pray for themselves. They will be able to pray for the other people or the human nature or the complete Srishti. Loka Kshemartha. For the Loka Kshemartha only, all these rishis will be do their tapas. If you watch His Holiness Sri Bharati Tirtha Mahaswami or Sri Vidishekara Bharati Tirtha Jagat Gurunam, they will do the upasana for more than hours and hours, and also do the Dara Datta to Sharada Chandramaulishwara, and for the Loka Kshemartha they will do all this upasana, and they will deliver to all the whole creatures in this whole world. So they are not praying for themselves, they are praying for the sake of the Loka Kshema. So such type of Mahatmas are there within our knowledge, and we are able to see them is our one of the Purva Janma Sukrutas, and also that Sukruta Jnana is to be there in each and every person to do the Namaskara of Jagat Gurus. Whenever the Jagat Guru's Anugraham is present, whenever the Guru Anugraham is present, we can do the Satkarma Acharana in a very good manner, and also from that Satkarma it will take us to the place where the Mahavakya Tattvas and the Atmajnana both are the same things. So in that way, the Upasana Marga and the Bhakti Marga will be travelled by one's own self whenever they are doing the Namaskara of the Jagat Gurus. So here, as the Mahatmas are there, as the Punya Jagat Gurus are there with us, so in the same way Agastya Maharshi also got a doubt that how all these humans will get into the liberation state. So as Agastya Maharshi is thinking about that, and he went to a Tivra Dhyana. After he went into the Tivra Dhyana, there is a Murti which has been done the Avirbhava in the Kanchi Nagara Kshetra, which is Jnanandamayam Devam Nirmala Sphatika Kritim Adharam Sarva Vidyanam Hayagrivam Upasmahe. So he is with the Hayamukha, that means the face of a horse, and carrying with the Shankachakras and also Akshamala and also Pustaka, a book in his hands. So he is Shobhayamana with this Akruti. And whenever Agastya Maharshi is doing this dhyana, that dhyana went to the Tivra Samadhi, and that Tivra Samadhi got into take place as Sakshat Chinmatra Vigraham. So that dhyana has been done by the Agastya Maharshi, and Agastya Maharshi, whenever he has done such type of dhyana, he got into Tivra Samadhi, and that Tivra Samadhi gave the Avirbhava of Chinmatra Vigraha, which is Hayagriva. So that Hayagriva has Chinmudra and also Akshamala. As Dakshinamurti Swami is present here, Hayagriva has also come into take place, has come into the Kanchi Kshetra by the divine dhyana of Sri Agastya Maharshi. So here, why did only Hayagriva come into Kanchi Kshetra, not other than any murtis? Whenever you ask me, the reason behind this is, whenever we do the dhyana of a tattva, that means if I am going to do the dhyana of Jnanamurti, that is Dakshinamurti, I will get the divine grace of Dakshinamurti. whenever I want some money or some fame in the world, and also along with that I need some Daiva Jnana. If I do the dhyana of the Bhoga Murtis, I will get such type of jnana in me, and then I may get the darshana of those Murtis. And here, whenever we watch about the Kanchi Kshetra, there Narayana is present as Varadaraja Swami, and the Lord Shiva is present as Hastigirinatha, as Ekamranatha also. As an Ekamranatha Prithvilinga, Lord Shiva is also there in that Kanchi Kshetram. And here Mahatripura Sundari is also there, like Jagrat, Swapna, Shushupti Avastas, and also Brahma Vishnu Sivatmikaya Namaha. Brahma has done this tapas over the Kanchi Kshetra. Vishnumurti is present, and also Lord Shiva is also present. Narayana is the Swarupa of Jnana, and to give the Moksha Bhava, Narayana is one of the best deities to give us the Jnana of Jiva Brahmaikya Jnana. So Lord Hayagriva appeared, has done the Avirbhava in front of the Agastya Maharshi, and Agastya Maharshi is very much happy that Lord Narayana, he himself, arrived at the Kanchi Kshetra. Purayam Trijagat Kritsnam Prabhaya Dehajataya Pratar Bhabuva Purato Muneha Amita Tejasaha Tandrishtva Andabharitaha Pranam Yacha Muhurmuhu. Whenever Agastya Maharshi has seen the Hayagriva Maharshi, Agastya Maharshi is with a very Paramananda Sthiti, and also done the Namaskara of, and he is doing continuously to the Namaskara to the Hayagriva, Lord Hayagriva, and also done the Sashtanga Namaskara to Lord Hayagriva. So whenever he is doing in such a way, Hayagriva has said that Adhovacha Jagannatha Stuštosmi Tapasa Tava Varam Varaya Bhadraante Bhavita Bhusurottama. Hey Agastya Maharshi, I am very much satisfied with your dhyana, and also I had taken a rupa where you will be satisfied, and also where you will get the jnana in such a way how these humans are how these humans can be moved into the liberation. That Sreshtatva Rupa had been taken place, and I'll explain you completely about the Tattva of the liberation and the Murti who will be there in this Kali Yuga to give the liberation in a very simple way. So whenever Agastya Maharshi is very much satisfied, Lord Hayagriva said this word, Jagatam Upakarakam, as said in the Devi Mahatmya, how these Rishis has said to, Devatas has said to Sri Chandika Parameshwari. Here the Agastya Maharshi got the divine blessing from the Hayagriva Maharshi as Jagatam Upakarakam. So whoever is doing the tapas or doing the dhyana for the sake of human creatures are the rishis themselves. So Agastya Maharshi is doing the namaskara to Hayagriva Maharshi, and saying that Yaditushtosi Bhagavan ime pamara jantavaha kenopayana muktas yuret enva vaktumarhasi iti prushtho dvijayanaha devadevo janardhanaha. So hey Hayagriva, if you are really satisfied with my tapodhyana, please explain me the marga, how these whole humans will get into the liberation, and also tell me the marga, dharma marga, how this whole humans will be walking in that dharma marga. And matin dharme gatim shubham, as said, they all need to be in that dharma marga only by their atma chaitanya, and also they need to be in a dharma pravritti only. So Devadevo Janardhanaha, please tell me the marga, how these humans need to get the liberation and also dharma pravritti. Please explain me. So then Hayagriva is saying that I'll explain you a marga. This is not the new marga, this is already there. So we may watch nowadays most of the Upanishads are taking place, Upanishad Bhashyas are taking place. Sri Chandrasekharendra Saraswati Mahaswaminam will say one word that whenever the Upanyasas are going to take place in much a way about the Vedanta, that jnana without the anushtanam will not give us the liberation. That means that chiranushtana gauravat. So we need to have the Vedanta Tattva and also the Anushtana Marga. So whenever the Vedantic terminology, whenever we use that, if we say that there is no use of these upasanas and anything, only the Vedanta is only the important thing. Here Vedanta without the upasana or the bhakti is not in a proper way, because of Vedanta is required. At the same time tat sambandhita marga on the upasana is also required. So whenever these two are combined, then we will get the fruits of that upasana and also that Vedantic knowledge in a proper manner, and we will be able to do the karmas in a very good way. So sarva karmas parityajya is sannyasi. So sannyasasrama dikshitas will do the sarva karma. They will leave all the karmas and stay in the Brahma Jnana only. Even though they stay in the Brahma Jnana, they will do some of the karmas, because of to explain the humans that karmas are necessary. We shouldn't need not leave the karmas. For example, let me say that if you do the Sandhya Vandana, if you do the Sandhya Vandana, there is no punya. But if you do not do the Sandhya Vandana, there is papa. So in the same way, Rishis are also explaining us that karma is also necessary. At the same time, along with that karma, we need to watch that karma in a tattvika jnana, not in the panditya jnana. So we can't find the devatas or the Atma Chaitanya by the Panditya Bhava. We cannot find them. We can only find them in the Marga of Dharma Marga and also in the Anushtana Marga, along with the proper karmas by the Satkarma Acharana. But that Satkarma Acharana will take place, that will take us to the each and every step of the Moksha Marga and give us a knowledge that that Purnatva Bhava is present in one's own self, and that investigation of Purnatva Bhava will take place to the liberation. That Marga, whichever is present, is the Dharma Marga only. By the Dharma Marga only we can be able to know about the Paramatma Chaitanya. So here Lord Hayagriva is also telling us that the same thing, that this Marga is not a new Marga, that is present already. So whichever the Marga is present already, that Marga I am going to explain you now. So if you want to continue a Marga, that should be a Sampradaya and also a Sanatana also. Our Dharma is Sanatana Dharma. So it is coming as a Paramparanagata. Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Bande Guru Paramparam. We are saying this because of from the Shankara Bhagavat Padacharya Shambhor Murtis Charati Bhuvane Shankaracharya Rupa. Shankaracharya, he himself is the Lord Dakshinamurti, he himself who has been come to the earth to give the jnana of all the upasana margas, and also to give the complete knowledge about the Paratattva. So if you watch the Shankaracharya Prasthanatraya Bhashyas has been given, Vedanta Bhashyas is given, Lalitha Trishati Bhashya is given, if you watch the Chamatkara of Mahatripura Sundari, whenever Sri Bhagavat Padacharya is going to, he decided to give the Bhashya on Lalita Sahasranama Stotram, he was unable to sit in a proper way, or his dhyana is unable to focus on his Atma Chaitanya. So Lord Shankaracharya got a doubt that why am I unable to go into the Samadhi Sthiti. Then Mahatripura Sundari herself came to Adi Shankara Bhagavat Pada and said that, Shankara, you do the Bhashya of Lalitha Trishati, Lalita Sahasranama Stotra will be done by the another person who is, we all know Bhaskar Raya, who has given that Lalita Sahasranama Stotra Bhashya. And also you do the Bhashya of Lalita Trishati, which is a very powerful than the Lalita Sahasranama Stotra. Why we are here using the word powerful than the Lalita Sahasranama Stotra is Lalita Sahasranama is only very much powerful than the any other stotras, because of that is the Rahasya Nama Stotra which is present in the Pitika. Whenever we study, it is Sri Hayagriva Agastya Samvade Brahmanda Purane Uttarakandhe Lalita Rahasya Nama Stotram. So that is the Lalita Rahasya Nama Stotra. That Rahasya is how much Rahasya is present in that Lalita Sahasranama Stotra. That Samandita Rahasya is also present in this Lalita Trishati, because of it is explaining completely about the Tri-kutas only, about the Saubhagya Vidya, which is Srivat Panchadasakshari Vidya. That Panchadasakshari here it gives the jnana of Suddha Panchadasi. That means not with the Saubhagya Panchadasi Vidya, it is giving the knowledge as knowledge about Suddha Panchadasi. So the rishis who had done the darshana of Sri Panchadasakshari has given in a way of Saubhagya Vidya only, because of Lalita Mahatripura Sundari gives us that Saubhagya. That Saubhagya, how can we attain that Saubhagya is by the Chiranushtana Gauravat. By the Chiranushtana Gaurava only we will be able to know about that Mahatripura Sundari. So such type of Chiranushtana Gaurava will be attained by the Upasana of Mahatripura Sundari. So Agastya Maharshi, I am going to explain now about that Mahatripura, about a marga where these humans can find the liberation by their dharma pravritti. So he is telling that Krishna Paramatma has given that upadesa to Arjuna, and Krishna Paramatma has given that upadesa to Arjuna, and that Bhagavad Gita has come into even to our hands in such a way by the Bhashya of Srimad Shankara Bhagavat Padacharya. And also Surya has told this dharma to Manuhu, and that Manu, we call that Manu in Telugu, but here we need to use Manu. And that Manu had told that to Ikshvaka, and that Ikshvaka has also given that to his Sishyas by the Parampara Marga, Evam Parampara Praptam. So in such a way this Dharma Marga and this Upasana Marga has been come through in a Parampara only. So in this way I will be explaining to you this Parampara Marga. So here what we need to understand is the Vidya what we learn must be there from the Parampara only. If there is no Parampara, there is no Purnatva Bhava in the Jiva. Because of today if I watch YouTube or any other sources, there are many others who give the jnana ajnana by the aparamparanugata tattva. Because not only me, today we are watching in the whole sources, whatever it is present, there are many jnanis in this world who gave the jnana in a very good way. But nowadays this jnana went on with a ajnana, so that we are understanding these ajnana as a jnana and doing that that mark and doing that in such a way, and we are completely falling into the mud of the samsara. So here we are very much happy that Indica Moksha is also completely encouraging the jnanis, whoever is present in the whole world, and giving them a chance to speak up. That means here there are jnanis and many of the panditas who are present on this platform, who are explaining the Vedanta Tattva in a very proper manner. So such type of Vedanta is required for us as a parampara. So all these panditas have been done their sisharika from a very great gurus, and giving that jnana to the all the Shishya Vargas as a Adhyayana Marga and also the Anushtana Marga. In the same way, Vidya need to be encouraged in the Marga of Parampara only. Aparamparangata Vidya will destroy us. That means Gurudvayam Shishya Vinasha Hetuhu. So we need not go on with many gurus. So eko guruhu surakshitah. So coming to the upasana marga, there is a need to be only with the one guru only. So if we have that guru in upasana marga, then coming to that upanga vidyas like the Vedanta Shastra or the Veda or the Samskrita Jnana or the Shastra Jnana or the Alankara Jnana, ityadi samasta jnanas can be learned from the other gurus. But for the upasana marga, we need to have only one guru, because of he is the one who had the parampara from the Shankara Bhagavat Padacharya to he himself, and he is continuing that in a paramparangata jnana. So that jnana should be learned by us. So Hayagriva is telling to Agastya in a same way and saying that Esha eva pura prashna sivena rajito mama ayameva kritah prashna brahmana tu tatah param. So Hayagriva has asked this question, same question to the Parameshwara, and Parameshwara had asked the same prashna to Hayagriva only, and Parameshwara got that prashna because of our humankind need to get that liberation, and that liberation is explained by the Hayagriva Maharshi to the Ishvara. So from the mouth of Sri Lord Narayana and Lord Shiva has come through this Lalita Mahatripura Sundari's Vidya, which is the Brahmavidya. And this Brahmavidya has been done by the Anushtana of Maharshis, Devatas, and most of the Devarshis and also the Brahmarshis. So I will explain you that Marga, which will be giving us the Mukti. So Kamakshi Kalidoshagni. So this Nama is present in the Trishati also. Kalikalmashanashini we have in Lalita Sahasranama, and Kamakshi Kalidoshagni here in Lalita Trishati. So in this Lalita Trishati, Kamakshi Kalidoshagni, this Kaliyuga, in this Kaliyuga, whatever the Kalmashas is present will be removed by the Kamakshi Paradevata whenever we do the Namaskara of that Mahatripura Sundari herself. So in the in this Lalithopakyanam, Hayagriva Maharshi is telling that whatever the Shakti present in the Brahma, Agni, Varuna, Indra, that Shakti is present in this Mahatripura Sundari. That means Nakhalu Kushalas Panditam Ape. Whenever there is no Shakti, we can't do anything. Because of if I want to speak a word, I need that energy or that Shakti from me, so that Para Pratyak Chiti Rupa Pashyanti Paradevata Madhyama Vaikare Rupa, as said, so that Madhyama and Pashyanti Paravak and this type of Vak Shakti need to be come out in the form of Vak Shakti, so that I can speak a few words about Mahatripura Sundari. In the same way, here Agni has that Shakti, Indra has that Shakti, Varuna has this Shakti, Ashtadikpalakas has that Shakti. That Shakti, whenever it is not present, we can't even move our little finger also. Kushala spanditamapi. Even the grass also won't move. Every object in this whole universe is intensified with this Shakti. That Shakti is that Chit Shakti, which is the Mahatripura Sundari. So that that Prastavana is set in the Kenopanishad as Uma Haimavati Bahushobhamana. As said, that Parabrahma Shakti, by the help of that Parabrahma Shakti only, all these Devatas, Indra Ganas, all the Ganas, Pramadha Ganas, Rudra Ganas, and all the Ganas are doing their work by the Chit Shakti only. So, in the whole Upanishads, the whole Tattva what is present is Mahatripura Sundari only. Because of, if you want to explain a Upanishad, there are many Vakyas which will come from the words of Akaradi Kshakaranta and Kshakaradi Akaranta only. So that Vak Shakti is Mahatripura Sundari herself. And also that Upanishad Marga, whenever it is present, whenever Upanishad Marga goes in a wrong way, they will think that these pujas and these Upanishads and also these Upasana Margas and also these Bhakti Margas are all unnecessary, so that we need not do the Upasana and Bhakti Marga and also the Karma Marga, and we need to leave all these karmas, and we also leave all these Upasana Saraswata. They may think in that way. So here Hayagriva Maharshi is giving a sign that Chiranusthana Gauravat, as previously we have discussed. So that Parabrahma Swarupini or the Brahmavidya, whatever we are discussing about, whatever we are discussing should be attained by only the Upasana Marga of Mahatripura Sundari. So I will explain you, not over here, I will take you to my ashrama and explain you there, and I'll explain you the whole marga where these humans can get this mukti. So he said that Tasmat Asesha Lokanam Tripura Aradhanam Vinanastho Bhogapavargotu Yogapadyena Kutrachit. So Bhoga will be given by Mahatripura Sundari, and also Apavarga is also given by Mahatripura Sundari only. Paravidya and Aparavidya, Parapara Rahasya Yogini Mayukhayai, as said, Para and also Apara, both is Sri Mahatripura Sundari only. So as said, Swaha Swadhanamostute. So whenever we are doing the Havana or any of the Yajna or the Yaga, we will use the Swahakara and give the Ahuti to the Devatas. That is when we are doing the Upasana of the Devatas. Swaha Swadha. Whenever we are doing the Aradhana of the Pitru Devatas, we use the word Swadha. So the Shakti, whatever is present in the Swaha and also in the Swadha, is the Mahatripura Sundari herself. In the same way, the Paravidya and also the Aparavidya is Mahatripura Sundari herself. So Apavarga is Moksha, and Ihaloka we need Bhoga. That Bhoga is also Mahatripura Sundari only. So this Vidya is said to be the Rajarajeshwari Vidya, and also such type of Bhoga Mokshas are given by the Mahatripura Sundari only. There is no other Devata who can give such type of Jnana and Moksha at a time, at a one-time Jnana, where this Jiva will be understood about that Parabrahma Chaitanya by the grace of Sri Mahatripura Sundari. So Agastya Maharshi got a doubt, and he is asking Bhagavan ki drisham rupam bhavata yat puroditam kim viharam kim prabhavam etan me vaktum arhasi. Hey Bhagavan, whatever you said about Sri Mahatripura Sundari is very much, I am very grateful to you. But how can we do the Upasana of Sri Mahatripura Sundari? how did this Mahatripura Sundari done the Avirbhava? What are the margas to the what are the margas present as a paramparanagata jnana to do the upasana of Sri Mahatripura Sundari? So Hayagriva Maharshi is saying that let us discuss all these in my ashrama. So Agastya Maharshi and Hayagriva Maharshi went on to the ashrama, and that in that ashrama Hayagriva Maharshi done the namaskara of Hayagriva is explaining about the Mahatripura Sundari Vaibhavam to the Agastya Maharshi. So Agastya Maharshi is listening carefully, and also the Hayagriva is explaining that that jnana in the kshetra of Upanishad Brahmendra Swami Ashrama. So in the Kanchi Nagara we still have that Upanishad Brahmendra Swami Ashrama, where Lord Hayagriva has given the jnana of Sri Lalitha Trishati to Agastya Maharshi in the Agastyeshwara Alaya. So there Hayagriva Maharshi told about Lalitha Trishati Vaibhavam to Agastya Maharshi. Then how did we know about this place is by the Jnana Drushti of Sri Chandrasekharendra Mahaswami. We got to know that Hayagriva Lord Hayagriva has given his Jnana to the Agastya Maharshi in that place. So Chandrasekharendra Saraswati Mahaswami used to do the Anushtana in that place for most of the times. So here Lalita Mahatripura Sundari Upasana is going to evolve in the coming part of this discussion. Here Agastya Maharshi is listening carefully of mantra, yantra and the tantra rahasyas of Sri Lalita Mahatripura Sundari explained by the Lord Hayagriva. Lalitambika is a goddess who had taken her rupa, as a saguna rupa. So nirlepa nirmala nitya nirakara nirakula. So Lalita Mahatripura Sundari is one of the saguna rupa only. That saguna rupa has been got into Avirbhava to remove the Bhandasura Vadhodyukta, to remove the Bhandasura, and also to do the samhara of Bhandasura. So that Bhandasura Nirmulana is very much important. For that, all the Devarshis went to Lord Rudra, and also that Rudra along with the Shiva Parivara and also the Devatas done the Anushtana of Sri Mahatripura Sundari and done the very Chidagni Kunda Sambhuta, and they have done one Yajna, and from that Yajna Kunda this Shakti has been evolved, and from that Shakti this Bandhasura and most of the Tamasic and the Rajasa Rakshasas has been smashed away by the Shakti of Sri Mahatripura Sundari, and that Shakti has been there as a Chit Shakti, where these Maharshis had done the darshan of Sri Mahatripura Sundari. So in the same way, Hayagriva Maharshi is going to tell about all these rahasyas about mantra, yantra, tantra rahasyas to to Agastya, and here Lalita Mahatripura Sundari doesn't have any rupa, but it has been taken into the Saguna Rupa. As for example, let me explain you in a simple way. For example, the current doesn't have any of the shape or anything, but whenever this current is going into the fan or the light or else the ACs or the refrigerators, we are using that objects as we are using that objects, and we are going to utilize those objects. In the same way, here Lalita Mahatripura Sundari is one of the Rupa, and here the current is the Chit Shakti. So that's the reason why here we have been placed Mahatripura Sundari as Pradhana Chaitanya. So Chaitanya Kusuma Priya, that Chaitanya is Mahatripura Sundari. So here Agastya Maharshi is going to learn about the Panchadasi and the Shodashi Mahavidyas and about the Swarupas of Mahatripura Sundari. So here we can know this in the Bhagavad Gita said by the Krishna Paramatma, Kleshodhika tarastesham abhyakta sakta chetasam abhyakta hi gatir dukkam dehavadbhiravapyate. That Avyakta is nothing but he himself as Chit Shakti only. That Avyakta Rupa will have Shabda Rupa, Rekha Rupa and the Kundalini Rupa. That Shabda Rupa is mantra and Kundalini Rupa, Rekha Rupa is the yantra and Kundalini Rupa is the tantra. So for each and every devata there is one mantra. For that mantra Shabda Rupa will be there. And to do the aradhana of that devata, there is an importance of yantra. So their yantra rupa, that means the technical knowledge of the upasana is tantra. So here mantra, yantra, tantra rahasyas of Sri Mahatripura Sundari will be evolved in this lecture. So here whenever we do the japa of any mantra, we need not think that we are doing only the aksharas. We are going and touching we are doing the sparsha of that devata in that mantra. In such a way we need to think about those mantras. So here what the Hayagriva is going to tell to Agastya Maharshi is, whenever we are doing the upasana or thinking about the devata, we need to keep three things in mind. One is the guru, devata and the mantra. These three are the same. So in the Sri Chakra also, in the 8th avarana, whenever we see Kameshwari, Vajreshwari, Bhagamalini, whenever these three shaktis are there, this three shaktis or the three shaktis, whatever it is present, whenever we watch all these three terms in a single manner, then only we will be able to know the Vaibhava of Bindu Pithagata Mahatripura Sundari. There Swatmaiva Lalita Prokta Lalita Vishwavigraha. There is no other Chaitanya which is present in this whole creature, where me and my mother Lalita Mahatripura Sundari, we both are the same. Whatever my Atma is present in me, that Atma Chaitanya is Mahatripura Sundari only. That Mahatripura Sundari Upasana, I am going to learn about that Mahatripura Sundari. That Mahatripura Sundari will be there in whole my body and also in my Antas Chakras and also the Bahir Chakras. So that's why there is of very much pradhanyata of the Nyasas in the Archana of Sri Chakra Navavarana Puja. Antas Chakra Nyasa, Bahis Chakra Nyasa, Antarmatrika Nyasa, Bahir Matrika Nyasa, Ityad Samasta Nyasas will be there. In the Upasana of Mahatripura Sundari, when we are going to do the Aradhana of Sri Chakra, which is the Tantra Rupa, that means the whole technical knowledge of Panchadasakshari, to do the Aradhana of Sri Mahatripura Sundari. So here we need to understand that the Shabda Rupa of that mantra is the Devata herself. So that Shabda Rupa we need to do the Upasana in a proper way by the grace of the Guru, and need to learn about the mantra yantra tantra rahasyas from a paramparanagata jnana. So here whenever Parameshwara has been asked how will you get into the bhaktas, how will you get into the bhaktas as a jnana or tapasa or karma or samadhi, or in what way will you be able to be in a samarasya with the bhakta? Whenever the devatas asked, whenever the Parvati Devi asked, then Lord Shiva said that na karmana na tapasa na japaih na samadhibihi shraddha mayaste chet pumsam yena kena apihetuna. That means that only by the shraddha, that means yadevi sarva bhuteshu shakti rupena samsthita namastasye 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 namo namaha. before we need to know about that Shakti, we need to do the puja of Shraddha. That Shraddha is present in the Maharshis and the Rishis, so that they had done the darshana of that Chit Shakti in a very proper manner. So that Shraddha is required. Whenever Shraddha is there, Devata Anugraham will be completely evolved in one's own Atma. So that is the Tattva of Sri Mahatripura Sundari. Here, Udyadbhanu Sahasrava Chadurbhahu Samanvita Ragaswarupa Srimad Vagbhava Kutaika Srimad Vagbhava Kutaika Swarupa Mukapankaja Kantadah Kati Paryanta Madhyakuta Swarupini Shakti Kutaika Tapanna Katyado Bhagadarini. So as said here in the first three kutas, the first kuta will be Srimad Vagbhava Kutam, and the second kuta is Kativaryanta Madhya Kuta, that is the Madhya Kuta, and Shakti Kutaika Tapanna Katyado Bhagadarini, that the third one is the Shakti Kuta. So this is all about the Panchadasi Vidya, which has been said by the Hayagriva to the Agastya Maharshi. Before getting into the Lalitha Trishati, he explained about the Lalita Sahasranamastita, some of the namas to Lalita Sahasranamastita namas, and explained the complete Lalita Sahasranama Stotram. And after that, the completion of the whole Sahasranamam, Hayagriva, whenever he explained, Agastya Maharshi didn't get trupti. That means he was unable to stay in a calm manner, and also that means that he didn't get satisfied even though Hayagriva has explained about the Lalita Sahasranama Stotram. So he want to know more about the Lalita Amba. Not only the Sahasranama, he need to know more about Sri Mahatripura Sundari. So in that way, he is going to ask about Sri Hayagriva, please explain me more about Sri Lalita Amba. Then Hayagriva Maharshi is saying that, hey Agastya, I had explained you completely about the Lalita Mahatripura Sundari. Again you are asking me about Mahatripura Sundari herself. What can I say to you? And that Agastya Maharshi is not at all leaving the feet of Hayagriva, and Hayagriva was unable to know what to do. So Hayagriva put a pariksha to Agastya Maharshi, and Hayagriva stayed in that dhyana whenever Agastya Maharshi had stayed on the foot of Sri Hayagriva. So in that way, Hayagriva went on to dhyana for more than 3 years. So in that yuga, if you say 3 years, it may be more than 300 years also in this Kali Yuga. So in that way, whenever Hayagriva done the pariksha of Sri Agastya Maharshi, so Agastya didn't leave the foot of Sri Hayagriva and cast the foot of Sri Hayagriva for more than 3 years. And by the anugraha of Sri Lalita Mahatripura Sundari, Hayagriva got an order that explain to Agastya Maharshi about the Lalitha Trishati, which is already there. That means here the Lalitha Trishati is already present, and that has been come from the mouth of Sri Hayagriva to Agastya as a paramparanagata vakya for the sake of ourselves. So if we want to do the upasana of Lalita Ambika by using the Trishati, if there is no Trishati, if you don't know about the Trishati Vaibhava, or if you don't know about the Trishati by the Rishis, then how can we do the upasana of Sri Lalita Ambika? So here Lalita Ambika got given that grace on us, and got given an order to Hayagriva that please explain to him about the Lalita Trishati. And Agastya Maharshi is also very much satisfied in a way that whenever the Hayagriva said to him that I'll explain you about the Lalita Trishati, which is also a very good, very great stotra, which is not available in the 3 lokas, mullokas. In the 3 mullokas also there is no such type of stotra. That is not a stotra, that is a mala mantra actually. So if you watch the Kadgamala, Suddha Shakti Mala Mahamantrasya, here in the Lalita Sahasranama Stotram, Lalita Rahasya Nama Stotra Mahamantrasya, here this Trishati is also one of the Rahasya Namavali only. So Agastya Maharshi got that divine blessings from the Lord Hayagriva, and we are going to discuss about that Trishati Namavali in the evening session, and also the Pitika of that Trishati from this discussion. And if there are any words which I speak in an improper way, please excuse me, because of this is my first lecture in English, and also I'll try to improve my language also. And also one more thing is, if there are any improper way of improper apramanik words are there, please think that belongs to me, and whatever the pramanik words are there, that belong to the Vak Shakti of Mahatripura Sundari, and Sarvam Shri Mahatripura Sundari Divya Charanaravindar. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Manikanta ji, for a very wonderful and very enlightening lecture. Viewers, if you have any questions, please put it in the Q&A box. We have 10 minutes, and Manikanta ji will take it up. As we wait for the questions from viewers, if they have, one thing I noticed is that there is Lalita Sahasranama, if I remember correctly, which was composed under the instructions of Devi herself by the Vagdevatas, if I am not wrong, right? So on the other hand, this Trishati was revealed to Agastya Maharshi through Hayagriva. So I think that also has created, you at one place mentioned that Trishati is much more powerful than Lalita Sahasranama, in the sense that while Trishati is given by Lord Mahavishnu himself, the Sahasranama was composed by Vagdevatas. So I think that also played some factor into it. What are your thoughts?
Like here, what you have said is not explained by the Hayagriva. Here, one thing we need to understand. For example, here Lalita Trishati is given by the Kamakameshwaras themselves, not by the Hayagriva Maharshi to Agastya Maharshi. Here Agastya is going to learn about that Trishati by the Hayagriva. That Hayagriva got that Lalita Trishati by the Agnya of Kamakameshwaras, and from their Vak Shakti itself, this Trishati has come into take place. So that Lalita Trishati is given by the Kamakameshwaris themselves, for the Kamakameshwaras themselves to the Hayagriva Maharshi. That's why from their own words it has been come through Hayagriva. That's why for that reason this Lalita Trishati has more intensified and also powerful meaning in it. So that's the reason. That means here it is already there, that had been Punaruddharana. We say that as Punaruddharana, like he has been given that again to Agastya Maharshi. In that way, as a parampara, it has been come through even us.
Okay, thank you. Wonderful. That makes sense. One of the questions we have received is, what is Trikala Puja? I think you mentioned Trikala Puja a few times. So can you just explain in simple English?
Trikala Puja.
Yes. Trikala Puja. Yeah.
Trikala Puja, like Trikala Puja, like here Trikala Puja means that here even the morning, in the afternoon, even though if you watch about here I am going to explain about the Trikala Puja. Whenever you watch the in the Kanchi Kamakoti Pitam, the Chandramaulishwara Puja, there is the Aradhana of the Trikala Pujas in that Kamakoti Pitam. So in the Kamakoti Pitam, whenever we watch this Chandramaulishwara Puja, there is Trikala Puja, what the Jagat Gurus do in the Kamakoti Pitam, in the morning, in the afternoon, and also in the evening also. So in the night, evening, and also the night, that Trikala Puja is to be done to the Chandramaulishwara and Tripura Sundari at the same time in the three kalas. So
I think they just want to know what is Trikala means. What 3 times of the day, right? The puja done at 3 times of the day.
Times of the day.
So that So that would be what times? Early morning, evening, and night, is it?
In the afternoon also there is some of the pramanic, but if you go on as in the sandhya, in the three sandhyas, morning, afternoon, and evening.
Okay, wonderful. So another question we have received is, it is said that the first 40 to 50 verses of Lalita Sahasranama is composed by Adi Shankaracharya under the guidance of Parameshwara, and the rest by him. I think they got confused. I think they are confusing Saundarya Lahari with Lalita Sahasranama, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Here, Saundarya Lahari has been given by the Adi Shankara Bhagavad Padacharya, and this Lalita Sahasranama Stotra is completely by the Adi Shankara Bhagavad Padacharya. As whenever we have got into the Pramanic studies, we didn't get noticed that Lalita Sahasranama Stotra has been come from the even though he explained about the Vaibhava of Lalita Sahasranama, he didn't explain the Bhashya of Lalita Sahasranama, as Mahatripura Sundari herself came to Adi Shankara Bhagavad Padacharya and ordered Shankara Bhagavad Padacharya to explain about Lalita Trishati only. For that reason, now also whatever we are discussing is about the Adi Shankara Bhagavad Padacharya Bhashya only. Everything whatever we are discussing over here is completely the here whatever we are discussing about Sri Mahatripura Sundari Trishati is given by the Adi Shankara Bhagavad Padacharya only. So I think as a Pramanic, I didn't find anywhere that the Lalita Sahasranama Bhashya is given by the
No, they got it confused with Saundarya Lahari. They have clarified in the comments.
Okay.
Okay, so I think one important question I would like to ask is, there are two opinions, viewpoints I have heard, whether that one say that anybody can do the Parayana of Lalita Sahasranama, but others say that to do even Parayana of Lalita Sahasranama, it is one should get a Diksha. I think in the beginning of Lalita Sahasranama also we see that it mentions that one has to be a Dikshita. And I think I'm not sure what is the position of Lalita Trishati. So can you just shed light on this aspect with respect to both Sahasranama and Trishati?
Okay, sir, fine. Here, coming to Sahasranama, nowadays this Sahasranama became very popular, and also most of them are doing the Parayana. So at least there should be any one of the Upasana of any Devata to chant the Lalita Sahasranama Stotra. That means doing the Sahasranama is not a mistake, but even though if we do without any Upasana, that will become we can't get any use from that, because of simply we don't know the meaning of Srimad Vagbhava Kutam and Shakti Kutam, we don't know, and this whenever we don't know about that, and also there is also a word in a nama in Lalita Sahasranama Stotra, Vishukra Pranaharana Varahi Viryanandita, we will find that. So Vishukra has been done by the Samhara by the Rajashyamala Devi. So by the Mantrini Shakti, it has been done. The Samhara of Vishukra has been done by the Syamala Devi. So these namas have been became alternative. So Vartali Devi has done the Samhara of Vishanga, and Vishukra has been smashed by Sri Syamala Devi. So here we need to understand that these terminologies and everything, whenever we wanted to learn, we can only learn by the Guru, or at least if we don't have any Diksha or such time to do the Dikshas, at least go to any Paramparanagata Guru and learn about that Lalita Sahasranama, and at least know some of the names, and let him teach once to you, and then if you do the Lalita Sahasranama, it is okay. Coming to Trishati is something where one must be in a Dikshita only, because of without a Dikshita, Trishati should not be done the Parayana, because of in the Purva Pitika of Lalita Trishati, whenever we watch, there Hayagriva gives complete ideology that one has to be completely be a Dikshita and also be a Paramparanagata Diksha Upasaka, so that to do the Upasana of Sri Mahatripura Sundari by using the Trishati, because of it is completely about the Panchadasa Akshari. So that Panchadasa Akshari, whenever we wanted to do the Upasana, so each of the steps whenever we do, from that steps itself we will be able to remove the Gadandhagara from us, and from there in that Sahasrara Padme, in that Sahasrara Padma, Sarvavarnopashobhita, that Sarvavarnas will be there in this Trishati, so that we will be able to do the Upasana of Mahatripura Sundari in a proper way.
So I think the gist of your response, if I just summarize, is that while for Trishati Upasana, while Trishati Parayana, a Diksha is a must, a Mantra Diksha is a must. For Lalita Sahasranama, though it is a necessity or it is an advantage to have the Diksha, nowadays many do it without Diksha, and Parayana can be done from a Bhakti perspective of the Sahasranama, though without a Diksha, right? That's what you are saying, I believe.
Sure, sir. That's the thing. What you have said is completely correct.
Yeah. One final question. We are almost coming to an end. One final question we'll take is, Srividya, is it a Bhakti path or is it a Tantrika path?
Srividya is Bhakti Upasana only, not like here. Tantric is the thing that because of here we are using the word Tantra, because of Srividya is completely dependent upon the Upasana of Sri Chakra. So like let me explain you, if you want to cook some let me say if you want to cook any of the pies or anything, we need the equipments whatever it is required, and then we need we will cook the pies. In the same way here the completely about the Upasana only. Upasana is very much dependent upon the Bhakti. That Bhakti whenever combined with Upasana, we can do the Archana of Sri Chakra, which is the technical knowledge. That technical knowledge is the Tantra. So that is the Srividya.
I think there is a misconception here that the Tantra Marga does not have a role of Bhakti. So I think that is why this whole question comes. This Srividya comes under Dakshinachara practices of Tantra Marga, isn't it? So,
yes, sir. And in the coming to the acharas, there are many of the acharas which is present, but Shankara Bhagavat Padacharya gave the clarity that in Dakshinachara Marga is completely safe, and also it will take us to the liberation. So coming to the other acharas and everything, even though that is there, most of the people there are the people who do in the Bhakti Marga in those acharas also. But here we are putting in mind is the Shankara Bhagavat Padacharya's words. Because of Jagadguru's words we can't take away. By the Guru Parampara Proktam, like depending upon their Guru Parampara, they can do the Upasana of Mahatripura Sundari by their Guru Mandalas itself. Because of each of the Marga has its own Pramana. But coming to the Dakshinachara Marga, it is completely upon the Bhakti and the Upasana only, that's it. So there is no misunderstanding about the Tantric culture.
okay, thank you. Thank you, Manikanta ji. We will meet again in the evening at 4 p.m. And we will continue your enlightening session on Lalita Trishati. Thank you very much. Viewers, with this we end the session, and we'll meet again in the evening. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.